Greetings, YouTube. As promised, I spent the first hour talking to several summoners who sent over 5 additional screenshots of the offer you do not see in front of you, which is my offer, and several of you messaged me that you got the same offer. So, when I talk about whether or not you purchase offers with units or the unit store for cash, the important thing in this game is to save your money and your units for things that you couldn't easily get, or at least have a hard time getting normally throughout the daily grind of the game. 5-star signature stones do fall under the category of items that are not easy to get on a daily basis. In fact, this used to be so rare that Labyrinth of Legends would give you 1 when you completed a path. So I still think that this could and should have been 50 units for 5. 3 is such a random amount, but that seems to be the love affair of the number of these uncollected limited time offers, where 3 is just what they want. I still also think it's a pathetic, laughable amount of gold and ISO that really, why even have it there if it's going to be so little? But I guess something is better than nothing, even if it's microscopic. I'm going to keep this at a C- grade. I just can't even give it a C grade because it's not even average. It's still below average, but it is for units. And I get how if maybe you just awaken somebody with an awakening gem and you've got no sig stones in them, how the difference between sig 1 and sig 4 might seem important, but at the same time, 3 signature stones is just too small. Now, our next offer from Bastero, thanks bud, is the 6-star shards. Now, I think at minimum, a average 6-star shard offer is a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning double the 6-star shards per unit. And that's just an average 6-star unit offer because we have seen them ask for 5,000 to 6,000 units for a 6-star basic crystal before in 2020. So if you do the math, that means that you want at least 720 6-star shards for 360 units. This falls short of that. So I'm also going to give this a C-. 6-star shards are not the easiest thing to get, and I have had a few people tell me that they think they got this because they're so close to forming a 6-star of their choice. One of the summoners reached out to me, is anticipating using this offer to dupe his 6-star Satan herself, Kamala Khan. So hopefully that doesn't happen because that is a high price to pay for depression. All right, now we're going to arguably the worst offer of the day, except there is a runner-up position for this title. We'll get to the absolute worst offer at the end of this video. The Signature Stone Crystals. Remember, it's 60 units for the generics, and for only 18 units less, you don't have any control over the class that you have. This is a flat-out F. I think this should be maybe 20 units. And even then, I'd say, man, I wish if you had a choice between those and the generics, a lot of times you won't get the class of your choice even once because there are 6 classes and only 3 crystals. Overall, I am very disappointed in this one and the price. It gets an F for me. Sorry, dog. All right, next. Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst Fragment. How random is this? 4,408. Why not just at least give, just a fully formed Tier 1 Alpha in it? Not the fragments. Just say, here's a Tier 1 Alpha for 56 units. This is not the worst offer, but Tier 1 Alphas are very easy to get. In fact, I just picked one up from the latest peak milestones in arena wins that dropped in my inbox after I recorded my video earlier today. I will say that this is also a low C deal if you need Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, but otherwise, it's an F. It's just random. If you really wish that you had 6-star shards or the 5-star basic signature stones that are of the generic variety, you're going to be disappointed that you get the Tier 1 Alpha deal. Now, let's talk about the 5-star Hero Crystal Shards, which is better than a 6-to-1 ratio. So, if you are uncollected and you're not Cavalier, this might seem a little tempting, but I think at this point in the contest, we've seen so many deals with a 10-to-1 ratio that I wish this was 1,000 5-star shards. And even if they had to bump it up to 100 units, I think that would be a little bit better of an offer. But it's actually a C grade. It's an average 5-star shard deal for units. It's not something that is terrible, and it's not something that's great. It's just average, but it actually gets the highest grade so far at a C. Now, speaking of the worst offer that is going to get the lowest grade, just imagine that you're super thirsty for 5-star shards or 6-star shards, and instead you get this thing. The 4-star Hero Crystal Shard, 600 shards for 54 units. Let's compare that to the 5-star, which for less than 30 units more gives you the same amount of shards. This thing should be double what this is in some cases versus what we have seen the price point for 4 stars in the past, but it's not. It is a negative infinity, negative Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. It does not get a passing grade at all. In fact, it doesn't even deserve an F. That is a disrespect to the letter F itself. Does this mean that there were all the offers in this? No. In fact, I think last time we had a Tier 5 basic Catalyst fragment offer and a Tier 2. This, of course, only has a Tier 1. But I have a limited amount of time because in the next couple of hours I will be leaving my house for the first time in days to actually drive somewhere and get away from my computer and my phone. The electronic addiction of not only MCOC, but just everything in general, particularly when you teach media, is exhausting. And I have to give myself some mental health days so that I don't get so burnt out I just walk away from YouTube altogether, which is not what I want to do. So there you have it, YouTube. There is grades for all the offers that I was sent in the first hour. Again, I'm not saying this is all the offers, but this is all the offers that I was sent. Did I miss one or multiple ones? Which ones did you get? Either way, thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing as always. You all are the best. You all are the best. You know I'm tired when I can't complete a basic sentence in English.